Christine Persichetti. It's become a common sight along our area's beaches. Whales, some of God's most astonishing creatures popping up in New York City. There's been a lot of theories as to why they're suddenly flocking to the harbor. Currents News' Katie Vasquez was just out there with them, and she joins us now. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Christine. We are in the middle of whale watching season, and it seems like everyone is on whale watch. And while that can be so exciting, unfortunately, we are seeing more and more of these enormous creatures washing up dead on New York and New Jersey beaches. It's becoming a concern for whale experts and enthusiasts alike. Many asking, how do we save this part of God's creation? On a cloudy afternoon, Shunji Honda boards a boat out of Sheepshead Bay.
Enjoy our boat.
1 to 2 times a week, he is out on the water, whale watching. A sight he says you just have to see to believe.
It's just a great feeling to see the whale, swimming right in front of New York City.
Today, he didn't get lucky, but in the last year, there have been hundreds in New York Harbor. Take a look at these photos. Gotham Whale, a research and advocacy organization, started cataloging whales in 2011. Naturalist Celia Ackerman says it started with just 5, and now they've recorded 316 from Montauk to Cape May. Experts believe cleaner waters are attracting whales to our shores.
So you need good water quality in order to support all of the large shoals of bait fish that these whales and dolphins are coming here to feed on.
The quiet seas today could be a sign of a growing problem. 7 humpback and minke whales have been found dead so far this year off the coast of New York. In 2020, there were 11. Paul Cieswerda, the executive director of Gotham Whale, explains that most of the sea creatures have blunt force trauma, a result of being hit by large vessels.
I say that the whales are playing in traffic. The increase in the shipping is dramatic.
Meantime, devoted whale watchers like Satoshi Nishioka will keep searching those waters, hoping for change.
It may be complicated, but we should keep every effort to investigate the issues.
Paul tells me one particularly deadly spot seems to be right under the Verrazano Bridge. Lots of whales go there for food, but it's also where a lot of the shipping containers pass through. Christine?
Oh, that's so sad. So, Katie, how does Gotham Whale actually conduct their research?
Well, they actually go out, and when they see whales and dolphins, they decide to take a picture, and they mark the location where they spot it, and they put it in their catalog. They actually tell us that a whale's tail is essentially a fingerprint, and they are all different and unique, and that's how they kind of identify each one.
Wow, that's really interesting. So I don't know about you, but a lot of people don't associate New York City with whale watching. I usually do that in Cape Cod. So how can people take part in this?
Well, anyone can join on there's a number of whale watching tours, but if you want to take part in this one, it's open to anyone for a fee, and it goes out a couple days a week. And it wasn't a good day for us, but generally they say that they have a pretty high success rate.
Oh, that's so exciting. Thank you so much, Katie, and welcome aboard. Thank you. All right, to go on that tour Katie joined, just go to AmericanPrincessCruises.com and click Book Now. In less than 24 hours, a highly anticipated game will happen at Maimonides Park. The priests versus the principals, or the collars versus the scholars. They'll face off in their annual matchup at the Coney Island Stadium. It's all to honor hardworking students across the Diocese of Brooklyn during Catholic Schools Night. Our Currents News' Jessica Easthope has the pregame report.
The showdown will take place here at Maimonides Park in Coney Island on Catholic Schools Night. But we're not talking about the Cyclones versus the Blue Claws. It's the collars versus the scholars.
Scholars rule, collars drool.
The trash talk started early.
You only got Caroli running, so you got time.
These scholars, principals at Diocese of Brooklyn schools, are taking on their rival collars, the priests they work so closely with, for the 4th annual Collars versus Scholars softball game.
Gives the kids an opportunity to see us as regular people, out there throwing the ball around, having some fun.
One night a year, valedictorians and salutatorians across Brooklyn and Queens are celebrated at Maimonides Park. Before the Cyclones play, the priests and principals put their common goals aside for some fierce competition.
It's just great to get together and have some fun, tease each other a little bit, and kind of entertain the kids for an hour or so.
The record stands 2-1 to the priests. Good Shepherd Catholic Academy principal John O'Brien is hoping to lead his team to victory. So they're getting in as many practice swings as they can. But he says the real winners won't be the callers or scholars, but the students.
We want them to have the memories of their grammar school experience to be ones filled with joy and good spirit, and this game is just a great way to encapsulate all of that.
St. Francis de Sales Catholic Academy principal Chris Scharback says the game is all in good fun, but the score earns bragging rights all year.
We get to work with them hand in hand. We have lifelong friendships with these guys, so a lot of it's just playful banter, but we are going to win.
St. Francis de Sales assistant principal Maureen Hayes is playing for the first time this year. She says it's already a win-win.
We all have the same mission, working together to have a fun night and to promote our faith is nothing better than that.
The Callers versus the Scholars game featuring the priests and principals of the Diocese of Brooklyn will kick off at Maimonides Park on June 28th. Gates open at 5:45 p.m. In Coney Island, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
It's not too late to get tickets. Just go to brooklyncyclones.com/ticket. Once again, that's happening on June 28th, so get them before they're gone. And be sure to tune in this week on Currents News for a parish story you won't want to miss.
A church building, many said, didn't match the vibrancy of the parish.
The people were warm and very welcoming. I'd never felt the building represented that.
So this artist at St. Thomas Aquinas set out to change that.
I definitely feel like it's a lot more homey and warmer.
How Christopher Spinelli makes up the pulse of the parish. Wednesday on Currents News.
Do you know someone who is the pulse of their parish? Email us their story at newstips@desalesmedia.org, or you can call our 24-hour number 718-517-3122. Developing tonight out of the Vatican, Pope Francis's mission for peace is finally heading to Russia. The Holy Father is sending an envoy, Cardinal Matteo Zuppi, to Moscow. According to the Vatican, the two-day trip, which begins tomorrow, is meant to help find ways to achieve a just peace. Earlier this month, Cardinal Zuppi visited the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv. He met with President Volodymyr Zelensky, and the two reportedly discussed the situation in Ukraine and humanitarian cooperation. That is this Currents News Update. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.